Wow, my background really looks like a raggedy living room. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Well, I'm still in the process of going through all of my junk drawers and wires and everything, all them boxes. You can't even see the half of them. But right now, I'm getting ready to start preparing to return to the Capitol. I've been playing down there. Actually, the spot where I was playing, where I could see the insurrection, was a spot that I've been there for I've been doing this for 40 years, performing. It's called busking for those who call it street performers. It's not a street performer. The proper term is busking. Busking. So I'm getting ready to get my rig ready. Actually, this is the same mixer that I used. Yeah, this is the same one I used for years. You see this, I actually had it on a dolly, and I didn't even want to take it off because I had no idea that the world was going to stay shut down. Matter of fact, I think I had this in here before the world shut down, and I needed the mixer, and I ripped it off the dolly. So now I need to, let me move back so you can see here. This is one of the dollies this is the lightest one. This is the when I'm traveling light, so the mixer would be like either everything, people go out. I don't understand that. Well, see, people have their own way of doing things. I like to be organized everywhere I go. So when I go out and perform, I have all these are secrets too. I don't think I'm going to show y'all this one time. After this, I'm not going to show anybody else anything. I'm going to put it in the book. I take my mixer and I mount it. So, it amazed me that when I see street performers come outside, first thing they do is pull out all their plugs, plug in the pedals, get all the wires, set everything up. Like I said, I'm not going to be showing all of my trade secrets. It took me years to get to this level. Years. After, I tell you one thing, once I start getting more viewers and more subscribers and my numbers get up, I'm going back and delete these, even though it's probably you can still find them even after it's deleted. But I like to have it so I can reach my mixer. Matter of fact, the iPad is going to be right here, or my iPhone. It's usually right here. I usually put it right there and aim it if I want to go live with the I usually videotape. But this iPhone is so good lately. I don't think I'm going to use that, but I'm going to videotape. I'm not going to go live. Every blue moon I might go live. But the mixer is going to have to go somewhere in here. Everything will be already plugged in. When I get out there, all I have to do is plug everything to the battery and plug in the keyboard. Try to figure out how to squeeze this in here. Right here. Because I want to have this so that the mixer will fit right on top of this like this. I was supposed to be going out today just for a survey. Circus Minds wants to come over and get his plug, and then he says he's going to help me. We're going to walk down to South Capitol Street and push my motorcycle back. Be nice to fix up that motorcycle, have a easy way to get around town. They never ask you for it. I've never been asked for my driver's license for my motorcycle. The motorcycle's license is actually a scooter. It's actually a motorcycle, but it can pass for a scooter. You can register it as a scooter or whatever. I don't have to worry about formalities or legalities with that here in DC. As long as I'm wearing a helmet, nobody's going to say anything to me. Matter of fact, people don't even wear helmets. Riding those segways, electric scooters, and of course you got your motorcycle street people who ride around. Well, I don't want to be mumbling and stuff because I'm not doing screen flow, so I can't go back and edit this out. But yeah, I gotta go out back to the streets, going down back to the Capitol. Go back down to the Capitol, going out making some money. Going out make some more money. So I want to start off just working weekends. And then however this works, if it works pretty smooth, then I want to start experimenting, going back into the subway. I have regular customers. Hopefully I run into them. I guarantee, thank God, that I'm sure that none of my regular customers are going to be able to walk past without saying something or asking me something. I don't have any money. I have my Venmo and Cash App. Thank Franco Vaselli. Vossaletti. Franco. I thank Franco, my regular. I was telling him he might have to take me out as a dependent on his income taxes. He donates regular. He's the guy that I showed all my secrets to. A lot of my secrets about how to play on the street. And he was so grateful. Now we ended up being very good friends. And in fact, he took me over to his house. And he moved away from here. He lives out somewhere. He was walking out in the field, looked like poppy fields. Looked like he was somewhere. There's places here in the United States that look like Asia or look like Africa, looks like China. There's deer, bears here. Maybe armadillos. Yeah, there's armadillos here. We used to, when we were coming up, we used to see opossums regularly in the tree, hanging from the tree in our neighborhood, hanging upside down from the tree, from the tail. Possums, and of course we'd always try to throw rocks at them. They would probably end up dead. I remember when there was a squirrel in our neighborhood. We was living in a really rough neighborhood. The squirrel came through, man. They said, go get my firecrackers, and my father came out there. That's a living creature. That's a living creature. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. Father spoiled all the little knucklehead, little evil little kids. And I remember one time a big old raccoon came to Potomac Gardens. They were throwing a football. Get that football. Throwing a football at them. I mean, this was a big raccoon. You would think it was a bear. The way when it hit the ground, boy, people ran. It was a big old crowd out there, a bunch of kids and some grown-ups too. Mostly the drug dealers were out there throwing a football at the raccoon. I got some stories to tell. But for now, I woke up early this morning and I started, I need to see if I can start organizing my schedule, a work schedule. I was thinking, like, for instance, I can divide this up into several sections. My piano lessons, my reading, sight reading, piano lessons, piano exercises, scales exercises, and then my sight reading Beethoven, Brahms, Bach, the 3 Bs, and everybody else. And then not to leave out ragtime, Joplin's pieces, and all the ragtime pieces. I like to sight read those. Maybe the first one would be that Moonlight Sonata. Get back on that one. But this is like, I can put this into 3 sections: scales, exercises, sight reading, and then sight reading exercises. I put that, yeah, like that. I keep it simple. Exercises, but also to your bebop exercises, licks, practicing licks. That'll be in the same category as practicing scales and exercises. Bebop licks. You can spend a lifetime practicing those. All the Charlie Parker licks, Art Tatum licks, so many other pianists that develop their own technique. And then not to mention being able, I'm not even going to mention it because it'll make the list too long. But then, okay, academia, the theory part, practicing that and studying. Then reading my fake books, my pop fake books, then reading show tunes, TV shows, and then not to get back to my fake books and real books, reading jazz standards. That's a lifetime right there. Jazz standards, reading your fake books on your jazz standards, and then plus you got to study your theory and your academia for jazz. That's no joke. You don't just, even the few musicians who couldn't read music, there's no way you're not going to be able to keep not learning how to read music if you end up playing with masters for like 8 years or 9 years. If you say you don't know anything about music, but you can play good enough to play with a jazz performer, a jazz artist, after playing with him the first day, you're going to know something about some theory. So after a couple of years, you can't still say that you don't read music. You probably don't sight read music. But there's no way in the world you can play with a jazz musician without him bringing up anything about flat 5, flat 5ths, major, minor, different modes, naming of different modes. You're going to learn something on a college level, even if you got to learn on a college level. After 30 years, you can't say that person doesn't read music anymore. Not unless he just plain old never bothered to study. I did run into a bass player one time. He was about the same age as me. Been playing bass ever since high school or junior high school. And then when I started naming notes, B flat or E flat, he said, I don't know nothing about no notes. How in the world are you going to play your instrument since high school and still haven't even bothered about what note you playing? If you're playing a B or an E, or at least knowing what key you in. And I know so many bass players who didn't even know the notes. When you're playing guitar, the notes way up, high notes, they don't even know their high notes. They don't even know what notes they are. They couldn't even count. Do, re, mi, fa, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then you got your half steps, black keys, as they call them, black keys. I'm not even going to get into that. Well, I'm just talking about me studying. I'm not going to be mad at nobody else. I have to find my faults, and then my fault is I haven't organized my work schedule. But first, now, I'm dying to get back on this keyboard too. Like I said last time, I want to back up both my keyboards, and then set them back to factory mode. Set it back to factory setting. And then I want to get in here on these keyboards and start experimenting. I want to spend a month just turn the thing on and just like, ooh, what's this? Going in the presets and see how many cool songs. They show you on YouTube some of these presets you can play like movie soundtracks. It's already set up for like certain movies or certain soundtracks, Star Wars, Empire Fights Back and all that stuff. All those were presets years ago. You know, you got so many movie soundtracks. It's already in here. That's already set up. I saw it on a YouTube. You know, they would name the and then there's a bunch of pop songs. A bunch of pop songs is already set out for. I remember when I joined a band and I had to program my keyboard for it was mostly pop song, soul music. What was it? I got paid, got money. I forgot. It's like pop songs, a bunch of pop songs. And I was programming each one. I would put in the name of the song. Now I listen to the bass line. I would pick what bass he was playing, a synthesizer or a bass or a Moog. Put it in the bass line, split the bass. Always, most of the time, I put more than one bass in there because it was like sometimes the synthesizer was playing the bass and the bass player is playing along with it. You know, I can't think of what song that was, but and then you got to put in your strings and your horns if you got them. If you got a horn, blow them. You know, horn, put your horns in. And then, of course, you got your keyboard, your piano, organ. So, like one song could be could be 16 different instruments easily. Eight if it's this you keeping it really simple. Four, very simple. Four is only like one instance. Four. Your bass, piano, strings, and a synth sound. But I was spending at least 3 hours a day or more, the whole day, putting songs in there and programming the keyboard for the splits and the sections and the velocity too. Oh, I did a velocity years ago when I first started. I learned about the velocity. You can layer two instruments, and if you play the keyboard really soft, it'll play one instrument. I mean, like you can set it like really soft, so you can just play just barely hit it, and in the song. And if you put regular pressure on there, the other instrument will play. And then if you put heavy pressure on there, you can have an instrument up under there. So you can layer. With this, I can layer 16 instruments on top of each other, and each one will have its own velocity. You know, I can play soft, harder. I can have it right in the middle where I can play real soft, and the instruments would play. The softer I play, more instruments would play, or the opposite. The softer I play, the less instruments would play. The harder you play, you can have it however you want to set up. But the possibilities are mind-boggling. I remember at Washington Music Center, the salesman would talk about this guy who could layer all of his synthesizer sounds and split everything where he could actually play all of the like 16 different instruments at the same time. And then he had each one playing by itself, or he can go in and choose how many instruments he wants to play at the time while he's performing. They said there was only one person that they saw do that who came into the store. But it was so amazing at that music store. There was one guy, he had perfect pitch and he could play anything that you hum or that he heard. And he would he'd just be said there. It amazed me because he was playing Ott Tatum. He was playing the same song that was on the Ray Charles movie. When Ray Charles was sitting there and Ray Charles said, "Do my ears deceive me, or is that Ott Tatum?" He played the same song that was in the movie. You know, it sounded like Ott Tatum was like, it actually sounded like, I'm turning the volume down. It actually sounded like Ott Tatum was like playing, not actually playing the keyboard, but it sounded like he was just rolling his hand around it sounded like he was just rolling his hand up and down the keyboard like this, but he was actually playing notes. But they were 64 notes, or you know, like 8th notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, 64 notes. Like that's kind of stuff that like Jimi Hendrix had played on a long solo back in the day. Art Tatum, Charlie Parker. But actually, they're in sections. That's what I'm talking about bebop. Practicing my bebop licks. They're actually hand grips on the piano. 5 do 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 do. That's a whole nother animal, a whole nother series. I talk myself tired, but I think I need to get my breakfast in me as fast as possible today, because just in case Circus Mind comes over early, I need to be energized to be able to push that motorcycle back. Yeah. So let me go real quick. Let me go in here real quick to see if I want to go check and see. I want to go look the sun. I got the sun shining in. I had to block. See them pieces of wood up there? I mean cardboard. If I didn't have that up there, the sun would be shining right in my face. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up pushing this all the way up. I'm pretty close to the wall now. But I have to wait till next year to move to another apartment because I just signed my lease. That's the sun going around the corner, and it's going to pop out on the other side here. See, I had to add these cardboards up here because pretty soon it'll be like peeking through them holes. But yeah, that kind of sun kind of look good shining through there. But let me go on here to see if I always like to go check to see myself live. Yeah, it'd be interesting to get back out. I can go back outside and use that for practicing running through my song list, and get paid for it at the same time. Because I got a whole bunch of. I just realized I haven't been going through my. I need to brush up on my jazz standards before I go out there too. Got a jazz standard book. Got a Beethoven book with all Beethoven, Brahms, Bach. I need to stop watching all the stupid YouTube videos too. I just need to watch the things that are educational. They got enough stupid stuff on there to waste your time. Once you get to clicking, you will never stop. Guarantee it. You be saying, I'm gonna start watching the stupid stuff, and you keep watching it. Let me go here and see if how many viewers people are watching. Only one person watching. Who is this one person that's always watching? Or is that me? I wonder if I count for my own self watching. Let me see. Turn my volume down. You know what? I might not even be microphone. Might not even be working. Microphone working? Microphone might not even be on. Not even be on. Oh, it's working. It's working. 2 people watching. Wow. I'm not complaining. I ain't gonna cry. Let me go ahead though. Nobody in the chat room. I ain't mad. Just keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing, man. There's so much. I thank God that He hooked me up in here. I wish I give y'all I should give y'all a walk around. I rearranged in here again. Yeah, let's do a little quick walk around real quick. Real quick. Do a walk around. Just a live walk around. I'm going to go back to my screen so I can see. This is the Casio, and that's a decoder setting up there. Those are foot pedals from my drum machine. I just put them up there to get them out of the way. But those little teeny speakers down there, those were one of my first portable left and right monitors. They ain't bad, They not bad at all. But once I started moving up the ladder to the iLouds, those are loud, but I prefer, if I was going out there, You know what? These really crap. I need to make a different rig. I can make this rig has the built-in speakers, and I could take those, but then that's going to drain. I got to take a bigger battery if I'm taking that, because those are not in. They don't have their own power. But this keyboard, I'm going to have to program this. It's amazing that I can do a whole show with that. That's the one. That's the keyboard that the drummer thought that I was playing tracks. I had it split, and I was playing the program the drums to go in there. It has drums already in it, all bunch of rhythms. So I would pick a rhythm, split the keyboard, bass, and had this in section. He thought it was a track. And this is, he said, you got to go and record your tracks. He thought it was a recording. But that's, you see, I got all my stickers on here. That's my hardcore rough keyboard. I took it apart so many times that the action, when this came out, this was high technology, actually. I mean, for the keyboards that I had in the past, this ain't bad at all. It gets a little pushback. And I found out that the keys are not supposed to bounce. I didn't know that. I didn't know they weren't. A real piano doesn't bounce. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check though. But this doesn't have that. When you push down, it's supposed to be a second feel. Before you hit the bottom, it's supposed to stop again. But this is a great keyboard. Got all my stickers on there. And the vocoder, the only thing is it's only USB out. USB out only. And I need to get this so I can start having that on another rig. It's a inverter. That's a whole nother trade secret stuff. I don't need to be telling everybody. Got to have a drum throne though. Got to have a couple of drum thrones. One for, I'll take this out there with me because I love my backrest. This thing is heavy. This is heavier than some of my first keyboards. Yes, this is heavier than a few of my first keyboards. That thing is heavy. The drums over here. I thank my salvage man. It's so funny. This is the same drum set that I wanted to buy years ago. Mesh. You start practicing my rudiments. And I got my wireless. These were the cheapest. These were the cheapest. Wireless. Audio wireless. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or what. These were the cheapest ones I ever got. Like, I think they less than $50 for two. Way less than that. Of course, I need to get some strings. I need to get, oh, you know what? I need to call Circus. I should have been called him, asked him if he had any strings. I bet you he got guitar strings over there. It's just at his warehouse. And I don't know if you can see, this is the Phantom. I think I told you about the iLouds. And Circus Mind gave me this lamp. The iLouds. Of course, you got to have your plants. And he gave me, Circus Mind gave me this 2 years ago. He gave me this before I moved into the apartment that burnt down. He didn't even remember. Of course, you got to dust everything. I got my R2D2 potato head. You got to have a rock. I used to keep a big rock that you keep every time you move. I got that from my sister, so this is just a small rock. And picking my sister gave me these for decoration. Got a bus token in there. Got a guitar pick in there. I was gonna give that away. I might as well keep it now. So I'll be playing guitar. And I just fastened this to the ground. My camera stand is actually a lamp. I just duct taped it down up to the leg under there. It's not pretty. That's not pretty, but it's there, that's for sure. Keep an extra pedal. This keyboard here, I think I can put 4 pedals in here and assign them to different functions. So I got the 1 extra pedal in one room. That's a rolling one. I think That might have came with the with the keyboard rolling. I don't think I would buy. Maybe I bought it when I got the Phantom, threw that in complete. Got to find a good spot for that. Haven't figured out, but I definitely needed that one to for convenience too. But let's go over here. Like I'm saying, I'm getting ready to do my dolly rig. Get ready to do the dolly. This is the dolly. I actually got this from outside. One of the mat boys down there told me, man, it's a dolly around here. You need to go get that. I had to change the wheels. I think I changed the wheels on this. And I put an extra bottom on it, bigger bottom. And still has some black duct tape around and strap to hold the keyboard on. This is from the last time I was playing the police tape. I need to buy some more of that. But this is the mixer is going to go right on there. Right? And looky here, this is, you know what, I don't even know the light in here. Let's turn this light off because the sun is shining in. This is the D1, Korg D1. This is going to be the looper. Plus I can use my iPad or iPhone and play apps, you know, and some of them apps are really good piano apps. I mean, they sound just like the plugins. Like about as near as you got to make sure you got a good amplifier and stereo. Of course, all my keyboards are half dampening pedals. When this came out, I was happy with it. This is the action on this is the same action they have on their flagship. I don't understand that. People like this keyboard. I need a heavier, much heavier. And it's supposed to be heavier down supposed to be harder to push down here. But I grew out of this real fast. And the piano, I wasn't happy with that. It's meat and potatoes, that's for sure. Meat and potatoes. That's why I had to get the add some reverb and delay. It doesn't have delay, but it has reverb, but it's not that good. But when you got your extra external pedal, of course, with the mixer, that brings out a fatter sound. But that, for some reason, this keyboard sounds like a banjo. If you took a banjo and turned it in and put 88 string banjo and put keys on it, it'd sound like that to me. Because I was out there playing, I said, man, why it sound like I'm playing a banjo? Started to play old Susanna, don't you cry for me. Of course, the looper. You know, this digital is a looper too. Digital, I think these are boss pedals. But there's a loop, you can loop with this digital delay. Yeah, because it's a digital delay, you can loop with that. Or it even has I can tap tempo. I need to learn how to work this. But I'm probably going to end up, if I go out here with this, I'm probably just going to use the reverb. And because the looper is just a big delay, reverb, a long delay. But I want to loop. That's a whole year's worth of study right there too. Looping. And of course, I'm still going through all of my wires. Got all my boxes, my wires. I'm going through all of my wires, and all my boxes are up there in my sewing room, and boxes up under the table. All these boxes are different. I emptied all of my junk drawers out. Go through my wires. I said I'm going to throw away everything that's not important. If it's not important, it's got to go out the door. So one, I didn't knock over my smoothie just then. But let me get ready to sign off, and that was my morning update, so you know what's going on here now with me. What I'm going to try to do today. Push come to shove, I'll be down to Smithsonian. I'm tired already. Yeah, let me concentrate on getting food in my stomach right now. I'm going to sign off and just concentrate on. Usually, when I'm concentrating on eating, I just smoothie and sit here and do I do a screen flow while but lately I've been weaker or tired than usual. Need to change my routine. I know when I go out and play, it's going to be an ordeal the first time. First couple of days, usually after the first 3 days, I feel my muscles. But you know what? I think I'm just going to concentrate on Saturday and Sunday. Whatever happens, and if I go down there today, it's going to be. I can always. Now it's getting darker later, but actually the Smithsonian, everything shuts down there at 5 o'clock, 5:15, because there's nothing open. I'm thinking that they're going to switch up on me and open up another museum before October. Some of the regular museums are supposed to be opening up in October. But I got a funny feeling they're going to do it before then. Well, I could use it if they could use it for them. And I need to get that. I need to get the Bucket Boy's phone number. I think he gave it to me. I need to get his phone number so that when he doesn't go to work, I can go down there and play in his spot. He said he found a good spot in between. Somewhere between the Lincoln Memorial and say he got a good low flow. He has to pull his cart on his bicycle. He's on his bicycle and he pulls his cart, all his buckets. Of course, he has to hide his bucket somewhere downtown. That's another trade secret. I shouldn't even say that. I'm divulging secrets from other musicians. That wasn't professional of me at all. I need to bleep that. If I was doing a screen flow, I would throw that out. Okay, I'm gone. Let me go because I'm like tired. I need to energize myself. I think I'm going to take one of my little energy health pills. Yeah, let me concentrate on getting food in my stomach. I might have to push a motorcycle today. Peace and love, peace and hair grease, peace and roast beef. Live long and prosper. And stay safe. I'm out. That sounds like the leaf blower is back. All the leaves fell down, so they didn't have no work to do. I guess they put them to work somewhere else. It sounds like they're back out there now. All the leaves are falling off. All our leaves are gone. Now they're starting to sprout again. Spring is coming around. I'm gonna start preparing for Easter too down in Smithsonian. I didn't go last time because it was too close to the pandemic. People were all crowded together. They weren't spacing or walking up on each other and all that. So this year, I'm pretty sure I'll be a lot safer. Everybody's wearing a mask around here nowadays. Even outside, they wear a mask outside walking down the street. I pull my mask off until I go in the building. Damn, it's become a habit though. I'm out.